How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and it's day 2 of rebuilding Project Phoenix. We are rising from the ashes with this build right here. As you can see in the last video, we stripped the whole front end. We stripped most of the engine bay. Today we're gonna finish that. I plan on getting out the trans, the exhaust, the engine, and maybe some of the other odds and ends that I can get out, but I mainly want to focus on the trans and the engine. After we do that, we can finish cleaning the engine bay and prepping it for paint, and then it's honestly not too much work after that. We just need to get all of the parts and just assemble the car. Once the car's painted, it's literally like building it like a Lego from the ground up. Oh, and tear down the block and make sure that it's good, but it's probably it's probably okay. I've seen cars at car meets in worse condition than that. So anyways, since I'm gonna be under the car right now, there's no real way to get you guys set up down there. I ain't Chris Fix after all. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out everything I can underneath the vehicle, and then I'll bring you guys out when we start working on the stuff up here. But let me pull the exhaust, go kill a bunch of spiders, and yeah, let me knock that out. Okay, so the downpipe and mid-pipe are out, and I mean, they look a little scorched. Mainly the downpipe. This is right where it connects to the turbo. So I'm gonna hit it with a wire wheel and just get off all of the fluids as well. That probably isn't from the fire. That's just because I probably had a leak. But the rest, I'll hit it with a wire wheel. I want it to look new. So I spent most of my time doing the downpipe, and the downpipe looks really good. It'll probably get ceramic coated before we put it back in the car. The mid-pipe still has some oil ingrained in it. I didn't hit it nearly as long as this. This actually came off really easily, but this stuff is, well, it's oil. This was just like some soot. But the downpipe is what everyone sees, and it looks really good. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in storage for now, and then we'll start taking out the trans. All right, trans is about to come out. I got the drive shaft out. It looks fine. I mean, a little dirty, but I'm not gonna hit this with a wire wheel. I'll probably hit it with a Brillo pad and some degreaser, and that'll be plenty. Trans is drained. We're gonna drop that, and then it's yanking out the motor. So it's honestly not that bad. When half of your car is scorched, you don't gotta unplug a whole lot of stuff because there's not much stuff remaining. So if you guys are looking to do engine swaps quicker or pull a trans faster, best way to do it, get your car scorched a little bit, make sure all your connections are nice and brittle, and then it'll all come right out. Anywho, yeah, I gotta yank that out real quick. Also, I got a comment yesterday. I don't know why. Someone was like, Drew uses Harbor Freight tools. He doesn't have any Milwaukee or anything like that. Milwaukee, my impact gun somewhere is Milwaukee. I don't even know where I put it. They act like I don't have tool chests full of tools. It is a mess, but it's because I've like pulled apart all of my cars multiple times within the last couple months. So I don't know where my impact gun is. I think it's on my trunk over here. But he said I was using a Harbor Freight gun when it's literally a Milwaukee. It's an older one, and the battery sucks, but that's that. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get this bitch dropped real quick. And also, it's not a jab at Harbor Freight stuff. I have a lot of Harbor Freight products. I just don't feel like upgrading if I don't have to. Like, a lot of the tools that I have are from Harbor Freight, like my screwdriver set, my Allen key set. A lot of the stuff I do use is from Harbor Freight, but that's because they usually don't break. I mean, usually. I think I broke this trying to take apart my bicycle years ago, and yeah, it's been broke ever since. I'm already in debt from my cars. I don't need to be in debt with tools as well. Let's be smart here. Damn, I am dirty as shit. All right, I gotta pull this trans. No more delaying. Hey, a 10mm, I lost this. Look at that. I lost that when did I lose that? When my valve cover gasket was leaking. I've been looking for that. I almost just lost my hand. Ooh, I'm quick with it though. Okay, it's still on the jack, so that's good. All right. I mean, yeah, she's dirty, but not bad, not bad. I'll definitely go wash it in a second. But trans is out. I just got to drain the motor oil, and then the motor's coming out. We're pretty much done. So Oh God, big things, eh? All right, just like that, the built 2J is out. Here's what remains. It's a mess in here, but we can handle it. We're leaking some brake fluid, it looks like. That's fine, we need to get it out anyways. I'm gonna take this time to vacuum all this. As you can see, there's like charcoal and, you know, remnants everywhere. I'm gonna vacuum everything and rip off what I can from in here. So let me grab that and quickly show you guys the finished product. So it looks much cleaner now. It's still obviously dirty, but like not much debris. I'm debating on either starting to tear down the firewall or starting to tear down the motor. I kind of want to tear down the motor and just remove all the accessories. The starter's obviously bad. The oil filter we're definitely not going to reuse. All the coolant lines pretty much are screwed. The accessories are pretty much fucked as well. So I kind of want to tear it down, but I don't know if I want to do that in this video or continue working on the engine bay. So take this moment right now to comment down below like it's Dora the Explorer and tell me which one to do. Engine bay, motor. Engine bay, motor. All right, the votes are in. We're still counting the votes, but the votes are in. Thank you guys for voting. There will be no more votes. The votes are in. 1 second while we count up the votes. I'm still counting. Still counting the votes. And the winner is motor. All right, we're pulling apart the motor. Or, I mean, at least taking off all this crap. I want it to be pretty stripped down to the long block before I get the engine stand here, because then I could wash it on the engine stand. So that just makes some sense. So yeah, let me get this back up into the air and we'll start stripping it apart. Scary. Alright, so I took off a valve cover. I've already taken this one off in the past and I'm looking inside. Obviously there's debris right now. We are going to completely break down the motor, so I'm not too stressed about that. I plan on getting the head cleaned, potentially ported. Not too stressed about that, but wanted to just show you guys. I also took the liberty of cleaning the valve cover, so look how crusty that one looks. So now look how nice and clean this one looks. It looks pretty good. Hit it with a wire wheel really quick. From here, I can go ahead and wet sand it and polish it, or I can just leave it kind of wire wheeled like that. I kind of like the raw aluminum, just, you know, industrial look of the wire wheel. But I mean, it looks pretty brand new. I'm not gonna lie. Just gently put it on. There we go. Look at that. It's like nothing ever happened. It actually looks really good like that. So I'm not going to do the other one today. I think I'm going to take off the turbo manifold now, and that should probably do it for the day. Tomorrow, we can completely strip the rest of the engine and give it a nice deep clean, a real nice deep clean, because it definitely needs it. But honestly, all things considered, like I said before, it's really not that bad. Like, it is bad, but it's not that bad. Alright, so this is where we'll finish today. We got the whole motor stripped apart as much as possible. I mean, there's still little odds and ends here. I drained it of oil, so when I get my engine stand tomorrow, I can continue taking it apart. I'm debating on salvaging this water neck and water pump setup. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, my buddy's gonna come into town this week, so he can definitely give me some assistance on that. But I mean, all things considered, if we just reassembled it, it would probably run. But I'm gonna take off the head, have it checked, have it cleaned, make sure that there's no warpage. I'm gonna take off the oil pan, check it out, make sure that underneath there it looks good as well, which it probably does. I mean, you could tell this stuff is just dirt. There is no burn or scorch marks anywhere. It's just dirt. So all things considered, once we get the head back, we'll slap it back together, put new cam gears on it, whole new front section, like the timing bell and all of those idler pulleys and stuff. Like I said, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do about the water pump situation. It may or may not be okay. When my buddy comes to town, we'll tear it apart and I'll let him inspect it. But motor's probably good, which is good news. It looks good, and I think it's gonna restore up just fine. Next time, we'll go ahead and finish stripping the engine bay and cleaning it. We'll see if the Funk Motorsport firewall sheet protected the firewall. I'm actually really curious what it looks like behind that. And we'll get this all stripped out, cleaned up, ready for paint. But yeah, honestly, a very successful day. Anyways, guys, I'm sure I'm really dirty. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please let me know down below. Hopefully you guys are excited for the Supra build. We're not going to just build it to how it was before. I have really big plans. I'm talking to some big companies in order to make this thing go to the next level. So hopefully you guys are excited. Subscribe if you are. I need a shower. I'm actually probably going to wash the McLaren first. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do that tomorrow. Anyways, it's been a long couple days, but I mean, that's a lot of progress. 2 days so far, that's a lot of progress already. Anyways, until next video, peace.